4 hours.
What's your thoughts on the shooting?
Should ask the government that.
Why, sir? What does that mean, sir?
Ask them what that means.
Greg Christie, Executive Director of the Integrity Commission, speaking with journalists in New Kingston on Thursday.
Meanwhile, President of the Senate Tom Tavares Finson has dismissed as insufficient the apology from Greg Christie.
The statement that is coming from the Integrity Commission does not contain an apology from Mr. Christie. It is not an apology. And in any event, if it were even an apology, it would not be sufficient. Mr. Christie has indicated by virtue of that statement clear bias. He has brought the Integrity Commission into disrepute. Again, anyone listening to that statement and the context in which it was made would be quite clear in their assessment that Mr. Christie was indicating that he was placing blame on the government of Jamaica for the shooting of an operative of the Integrity Commission.
Senator Tavares Finson says Mr. Christie's actions where he repeatedly brings the commission into disrepute, serve as valid grounds for him to resign as executive director.
He ought to go, and he knows it. He knows that. And so I'm sure do the honorable and distinguished members of the Integrity Commission. Any organization in a democracy functions only to the extent that it has the confidence of the people in that democracy. And Mr. Christie has brought the Integrity Commission into disrepute again, and he needs to go. You cannot build an institution. You cannot encourage persons to have confidence in an institution when there is a person like this at the helm who repeatedly brings that organization into disrepute.
Tom Tavares Finson, President of the Senate.
Meanwhile, the Jamaica Accountability Meter portal JAMP is calling on Mr. Christie to resign. In a statement this afternoon, JAMP says the comments made by Mr. Christie in response to the gun attack on a director at the Integrity Commission were highly unacceptable and irresponsible. JAMP says there's a wide variance between Mr. Christie's comment and the Commission's official position of no comment pending an investigation. It says Mr. Christie's response has further compromised the confidence of many Jamaicans and undermines the element of the Commission's impartiality. Additionally, JAMP says the Commission's statement of apology on behalf of Mr. Christie is an inadequate response.
The youth arm of the Jamaica Labour Party, Young Jamaica, is also calling for Greg Christie's resignation. President of Young Jamaica, Rohan Walsh, says Mr. Christie's remark sets a bad precedent.
Mr. Christie has a duty to uphold principles of transparency and accountability. So, for him to come to a conclusion prematurely is quite unfortunate and setting a bad precedent as the director of the Integrity Commission. And that is why we are calling him to step aside, and to ensure that he doesn't bring the office any further damage that he holds, and so that we can carry on the business of the country.
Mr. Walsh says the backlash against Mr. Christie is an indicator of the waning confidence in the Integrity Commission.
I strongly believe that with him stepping aside as executive director, then of course it will restore trust. Many persons have lost confidence, and we at Young Jamaica have been calling for him to step aside since February. His loose comments oftentimes have persons wondering, yes, his job is there, his office is there to do the job, but his comments are rather loose from time to time. Yesterday, is a keen example. You cannot say something like that and expect that the public will have trust in him and his office. I believe that his ego has gone far in this time, and it's time for him to just step aside.
Rohan Walsh, President of Young Jamaica.